The Lions trade away TJ Hockenson to the Minnesota Vikings. He stays within the division. Minnesota sends a 2023 second-round pick and a third-round pick in 24. The Detroit Lions send Hockenson and 2 picks, a fourth round, and that 2024 pick is a conditional pick. It's going to be a 5th-round pick if Minnesota wins a playoff game. If they do not, it'll become a 4th-round pick. But your reaction to TJ Hockenson being traded away in the final year of his rookie deal?
I think it's a good move. I think, with the tight end market being what it is because of guys like Travis Kelce and George Kittle, the Detroit Lions would have had to have broke him off, even if they franchised, and they would have had to pay him. And I never was a fan of the pick. 3 years ago, never was a fan of the pick. Although I like him sometimes, he's not worth that Travis Kelce, that George Kittle type money. I think you get some draft capital in there. You get a second-round pick. You add to the value. You said it was a 3-year rebuild. Next year, 2023, is going to be the pivotal breaking point for Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. So I think it was a good move. Kind of payback for the Minnesota Vikings, giving us Jameson Williams, if you will. But I think it was a good move. They got rid of. They don't have to pay him, because there were some games this year where they were in it, and TJ Hockenson was nowhere to be found. So I think it was a good move.
Whether you think he's a good player or not, whether you think this is a good trade or not, they were not going to re-sign TJ Hockenson. Did they have to trade him away this year? Could they have picked up his 5th-year rookie option? But this is how you stay bad, right? I mean, this is how you stay bad when you have number 8 overall picks that you trade away within the division.
That's back-to-back tight ends drafted number 1. Both traded away, so both failures here in Detroit, and I don't like it. If they would have gotten 2 picks for him, I would have liked it. But you're giving 2 picks plus him, I don't like it. And I know it's a continuation with the Minnesota GM and our GM, Brad Holmes, from draft day. You remember, Vikings traded with us on draft day. Like, wow, they're trading in-house here, in the division. They're going to let us move all the way up and take Jameson Williams. Well, guess what? These 2 guys work together, and they don't care about the old school, don't trade in your own division anymore. These guys, I guess, they're the new GM deals, the way they do it. I wouldn't have done it, but see you later, TJ.
So what would you have done, Ryan Ermanni? You would legitimately finish the season out and then let him exhaust his contract, and then what? Let him hit the free agent market?
I think if there's one player on the Detroit Lions that the Lions were willing to part with and that somebody else wanted, it was TJ Hockenson. I don't love trading him in the division, but that aside, they weren't going to pick up his option, so you get a second-round pick. The next 7 months for the Detroit Lions are going to be so pivotal for the next 4, 5, 6 seasons for the Detroit Lions. We talk about this all the time, Bray. They've been rebuilding since 1957. It's kind of a joke around here, rebuilding since 1957. The guys that come in to rebuild have to rebuild again. And that's kind of where I feel we are with Holmes and Campbell a couple of years in here.
But you essentially now you free up $9 million in cap room next year, and then also you have 5 of the top 65 picks in the draft next year. He said it was going to be a 3-year rebuild, and I get it. You're absolutely correct. It does feel like we're always rebuilding. It does feel like the new regime that comes in has to rebuild on top of what was there before them.